As Corey makes his way down, I want to mention this is just one of our setups for downhill and free ride. Hi, it's Michael, SD Skateboard Longboard Race Club. We're down here in San Diego on one of our secret testing grounds. We have had a production run of a board that we wanted to make available for our club and also friends of the club, something that we could stand behind and represent and put out at a price point that others could seriously afford. Anyway, less about that and more about the board. We picked this deck design because we could set it up for numerous disciplines, from LDP to push and pump with LDP, and also free ride, and then downhill as well. Alright, today we're going to do free ride, but this board is also set up for some downhill. Corey, my test rider, is anxious to take it down some big hills, but in the neighborhood we're at right now, we're just going to do a little free ride footage. It has arsenals on here. These are the cast version with a 50mm base plate. I have set it up with riptide bushings. We tried a couple different setups, and we found that the 85 APS, they're fat cones, but they actually are like a barrel that's shaped in a cone, a big barrel. The front is, the part that sits in the seat is the size of the barrel, and then they spread out. If my cameraman can zoom in on that a bit. I don't know if that's evident. Is that in a good angle?
Yeah, you're good.
Alright, so these are 85A, both board side and road side. Gotta just shout out to Riptide. They have just awesome product. We got some RAD wheels right here. These are, I believe, 74s. Is that what we said earlier? Yeah, 74 80A with a 58mm contact patch. 180mm hanger, and like I said earlier, these are 50-degree base plates. And the wheelbase from inside truck mounts is 30.50. Overall deck length is 41 inches, and the width is like 9.80, just a fraction under 10 inches. Yeah, I think that really sums up. Oh, did want to mention, this is a 9-ply Wisconsin maple deck. When I got my first sample, as I was shopping around for a deck that I wanted for the club, I was so impressed with how stiff and rigid, and I was sincerely impressed because I was looking for a board that didn't have a lot of flex. For LDP, I have some similar shapes, but they had a rocker, and then when I would push for distance, I didn't like how my energy was soaked into the road instead of accelerated off the wheels. So, and then for free ride, because my first passion with skateboarding, how I got into all the different disciplines of it was through free riding. So for sliding, it worked really well for me. I like the board to respond to what the input I'm putting in. And then the concave, I didn't want anything too aggressive. Obviously for me, it was just a very comfortable board. It had enough of a concave that I was totally locked in, no matter toe side, heel side. But for distance, for LDP or for a pump board, at the same time, I wanted it to perform very well. And this is like, yeah, the total package for setting it up multiple ways. Alright, well anyway, I hope that's a little informative to you. I'm sure you'd much rather see this board in action, so that's what we're going to try to do now. Alright. As Corey is sliding down the hill, there are two technical notes I think would be important to add. One is that the wheels, the RAD wheels, were basically just put on the board, so they're brand new. And then the other factor is that Corey weighs 160 pounds, and the board was set up for him specifically. So, so as a reference of the 85 APS Duro and Riptide bushing, specifically for him today. if you're interested in one of these, just feel free to contact the San Diego Skateboard Longboard Race Club. It's for members and friends of members. All right then. As Corey makes his way down the hill, I would like to mention that the deck is available for $80. And we are available to help you put on your old parts or the new parts that you have for it. And also, we have a huge selection of riptide bushings to help you dial in your trucks. The club is free, San Diego Skateboard Longboard Race Club, and we hope to hear from you. And also, thanks for checking in with us.
Right on.